Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a worth the buy or nah eyebrow pencil review on the new Fenty Beauty brow pencil. So right now I am currently in Los Angeles and I just happened to be filming in the Ipsy studio today, and I was like, I need to film on the new Rihanna Fenty Beauty brow pencil because it literally came out today. Today is the 23rd of August. By the time you guys see this, it'll be a few days later, of course, but I was like, I need to film this. And you guys know that I love a good brow. Like, brow game is super essential for just the full face. They have 14 shades of this brow pencil currently being sold at Sephora. You can buy it online as well. This does retail for $20. I was like, I wonder when they're going to come out with brow products, because you guys know that they've done pretty much everything essential to a makeup line to like really give you like a full face of makeup. And then they just announced this and I was like, perfect timing. I was just literally thinking about when they were going to come out with brow products. So I think it's really cool that they started off with pencils, because I feel like everybody nowadays uses pencils. The pomade days for me are long gone. I feel like there's nothing better than a very precise, clean brow with just a very soft touch of a pencil on. So I'm going to be putting this baby to the test today on these bare brows, and we're going to be the judge of whether this is worth our cash or not. Now, before I get started, I really quickly want to read a little bit about the product. It's supposed to be an ultra fine retractable brow pencil. I love retractable pencils. I feel like that's so much better than having to sharpen them. And I just feel like you're able to like have better control and know that you have to use light strokes, because if you break it, you're just wasting your product. It's supposed to be a waterproof, smudge-resistant product with a built-in paddle brush, which is easy for blending and styling. That was the one thing that really stood out to me, because you guys know that all brow pencils right now come out with a spoolie. It's just very standard for them to come with a spoolie. This one changed the game and did something different, which I think was very, very smart of the Fenty Beauty team. I'm really excited about that. This is a cruelty-free product. This is supposed to be a creamy, super fine tip pencil that comes with a lot of shades, and it keeps saying that it is waterproof, resistant of smudging and fading and transferring. And it's supposed to give you a nice natural looking brow. So I did pick up soft black. Typically I like to do a dark brown, but because my hair is really dark, I was like, let me just stick to the darker shade. Right now I don't have anything on my eyebrows. This is just my natural brow. I get them threaded because I just feel like threading works best for me. I also have very sensitive skin, so hot wax on my brows just does not work out. Having an easier time today because my brows are nice and clean, so I'm able to really follow the structure of it. So let's go ahead and open this and see what it's about. See what Fenty Beauty came out with. So this is what the pencil looks like. This kind of reminds me of the e.l.f. one. And then you get the pencil side, which is like the typical ultra fine pencil, like the NYX one, the Brow Wiz by Anastasia, and also the Benefit one, which I like. I like this better than the brow definer ones that are like angled. I just feel like those and me just don't work well together. And then look at this. Oh my gosh. This little paddle brush is so precise. It's so freaking cute. Look at that. Let's see. Oh my gosh. That actually works really well. And I feel like when it brushes them completely in place. Like they actually stay up. Because sometimes my spoolie, because it's a little bit more fine, it tends to kind of like leave some of those like bitch hairs, like just kind of like going all over the place. But this is really nice and sturdy that it really pushes these brows exactly where you want them to go. So let's go ahead and just start doing these brows. I'm really curious to see how this is going to perform, because you guys know I live for a nice done brow. Okay, so whenever I do my brows, I like to start off by having a little handheld mirror. Right now I'm using my Fenty one, my bronzer, because I really want to look up close to see exactly what I'm doing. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is take the little paddle brush and like, look how cute that is. And we're just going to brush the brow. I like to brush it upwards just so that everything goes up, so that when I go in and like draw my shape, everything is in place and not like coming down or like just going in different directions. You want every part of your brow to face the same way. So far, I actually may be liking this paddle brush more than the spoolie, because I really feel like it's so precise and like all the bristles are so tightly packed that it really brushes them exactly where it needs to go. Now we're going to be taking the actual pencil. Like I mentioned, this is in soft black. And we're going to start to draw our shape. You guys see, I just follow my brow. I don't create a new shape, I just follow it. When I move towards the beginning of the brow, I like to go in very, very softly with it because I want that beginning part of the brow to be very diffused. It's very nice and pigmented, I have to say. I feel like it really went in and drew everything well. So now that I have the shape underneath, I start to go in the areas where I feel like I have sparseness. Yeah, it's filling it very fast. I'm not pressing hard either. I'm going in very lightly because you guys know you want to just go in with a lighter touch. And I'm just kind of really like almost like drawing it, but like flicking it. As I'm like drawing it, I'm like flicking it. Once I get to the beginning of the brow, I'm just flicking it upwards. That actually looks really good. It looks very, very soft, but it still has enough pigmentation where it was able to really fill in the sparseness of the areas that didn't have as much hair. I also like the color a lot. I was between this color and I think it was dark brown, because I usually go for dark brown like I mentioned in every other one of my brow pencils, but the lady recommended me going in with this one, which was the... I literally just forgot what I was saying. Soft black. And I feel like this is good with my hair and everything. I also feel like it's not too dark where I'm like, oof, but it's not too light where I'm like, you know. And it also matches my hair perfectly. I feel like sometimes when I go in with the dark brown of my other brow pencils, it tends to be a little bit lighter than my actual brow hair. And I feel like this one actually matches perfectly. So for this one, this is going to be more so of my natural brow. You guys can see it creates a perfect natural effect. All I did was highlight the under part of my brow and really highlight the area and follow that exact shape of my brow. And then I went in and just flicked it in the areas where I needed to fill that in. Whenever you want a natural brow, I find that that really helps you create that natural effect as opposed to going into harsh with it. I feel like this doesn't like really give you harshness. I feel like it gives you a soft, subtle finish. And you guys can see that even in the front, I didn't really have to go in and like draw like hair like strokes up here because I feel like the color was pigmented enough where it was able to kind of create that color within the hair. So this for me is more so of a natural brow. I'm not going to go in and highlight my dry, but on this I'm going to do a little bit more of a like more bold brow because I want to show you guys the difference. But you guys can see the difference already between having this brow done and then this with nothing. You guys, like, it looks good, doesn't it? Especially when you have them threaded. Like, I'm telling you, threading makes a big difference. So for the more intense brow, I like to kind of twist it up a little bit higher so that I have a little bit more product to play with. And I kind of go more intense. Did you guys see how I kind of press a little bit harder? You guys can see that. The front, you always want to be very light because even if you're doing a bold brow, you don't want it to get too out of hand and it look really like Sharpie brow. So now when I start to fill in this part, I'm going in with a little bit of a heavier hand. So you guys can see. And then I'm going to begin flicking this upwards. And just creating those like hair-like strokes. Then I'm just going to deepen up this edge and kind of make my tail a little bit longer. So this is a more full brow and this is a more soft brow. You can definitely create either or with this brow pencil. So this is definitely approved thus far. It's giving you a good, nice, complete finish. They both look really good. Obviously, one's more for like a different occasion than the other. But like for my ladies who are more natural, my guys who are more natural, you can definitely still use this brow and get away with it. If you like a more full, intense brow, you can still use this product and it'll be good to go. So that's that. I am going to go ahead and use a little bit of my MAC soft ochre paint pot because I like to use this to kind of like highlight that under part of the brow. And I'm just taking a little bit of, you can use concealer, you can use whatever you want to create that, but I just feel like it gives it like some really good definition. And it really cleans it up. So I typically do this when I want a more defined, bold brow. For a natural brow, I just leave it as is. And if you're a Fenty addict, then you can definitely just use the Fenty concealer to just kind of clean that brow and really give it that defined look. As you guys can see, it looks so defined now. The last thing I like to do is go in with like a neutral shade, like a vanilla shade, almost the color of your skin tone, and just a little brush to go on that brow bone and just kind of set it and give it a really clean look. Now here's a tip for you guys. If you guys ever, you know, are growing out your brows or you're in desperate need to get them threaded or waxed, but you have to do your makeup and you're not able to get into the threading or waxing place, cleaning up your brow with a concealer or, like I mentioned, the MAC paint pot in soft ochre really like hides those hairs, because yesterday I had to do my makeup to film and I literally like had so much hair growing underneath, and it was able to hide it so well because we were like, oh my god, your brows look so bad. I'm like, if only you knew what was going on under. Like, it really makes a difference. So that's a recommendation in case you are growing out your brows and they look kind of crazy down there. You can always just hide it. So you guys can see the difference between a full-blown bold brow and a very soft brow with very minimum work. You guys can see this brow took me no time to complete. I think that the Fenty Beauty pencil is very practical and easy to use. I have to say my favorite part about the pencil is that I feel like this paddle brush is really it. Now, I only saw they came out with brow pencils. I would have loved to see them come out with maybe a brow gel as well, whether it was like clear or tinted. I think that would have been amazing because I feel like those two are just essential. If you have a good brow pencil and a good brow setter, brow gel to just kind of lock everything afterwards, I feel like you can just conquer the world. Because I know a lot of us tend to have like those little hairs that kind of like go in all different types of directions. So it's nice to have something that can just really lock them into place. I'm sure that the team's working on creating more brow products, and I'm sure these are going to be a hit. And I can't wait to see what else they create. But I really like how it looks. I feel like both brows are different but similar in a way. And I feel like the color is the perfect color with my hair. So if you have my brow hair or my hair color, I would definitely go in with a soft black. I do want to go ahead and kind of touch them. Oh wow, there's like no product coming off. Usually when I like go in, it's like a very dark like color that comes off. They just look so good. And like I'm saying, when you have them like freshly done, it's like game changer. But you guys can see, I want to know what you guys think looks better, the natural one or the bold one. I'm sure everybody's gonna have different opinions. So I just want to quickly say my brows are not twins, they're sisters. I'm very aware that one of my brows kind of is more arched than the other one, but I feel like they both came to slay today. I'm really impressed. I feel like they both look really good. So I have to say that this Fenty brow pencil is definitely worth a buy. I think it's worth $20. I'm telling you guys, Fenty Beauty like never fails. It's very, very rare that like there's a product that I'm just kind of like, ugh. But I mean, they just really get it right. And like my brow, like I want to do my natural brow bold right now because of my makeup. But I know for lighter days, this is like the go-to brow. Definitely recommend this. I mean, you guys can see it. Like these brows are here to slay. Okay, so these brows are complete and they are just ready to go out. So those are pretty much all my thoughts on the Fenty Beauty new brow pencil. I feel like it's definitely worth checking out, definitely worth your investment. Go right now and purchase it because you're not gonna regret it. They have a great shade range. And I just feel like it was a good thing. I love trying new products that work. Like when you find something that's like hot on the market that everyone wants to try, they're curious about it, and then it works, you're just like, yes, try it, go for it. So I'm really excited about this and I hope you guys check them out. If you guys have checked out this new Fenty Beauty brow pencil, let me know your thoughts down below. I love interacting with you guys and seeing what you guys are thinking of the new that comes out. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I would love for you to become a member of family here on YouTube because I wouldn't want you guys to miss these videos for the world. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell because that will make sure that you never miss a new review because I always got you guys. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up so I can continue doing my worth the buy or not videos. If you guys want to see any other worth the buy or not videos, foundation related, not foundation related, drop them down below because I always got you guys down there. Also, I forgot to mention this earlier, but all the details are going to be down below in the description box like always. But that being said, I love you guys so much and I hope to see you again in my next video.